It's not that a car loses power simply because it's old. It's because small things are quietly killing performance day after day. The engine still starts, no warning lights come on, and it still gets you to work like normal. But the real power has been gone for a long time without the driver realizing it. Precisely because nothing fully breaks and nothing makes loud noises, these signs get ignored until the repair bill becomes painfully expensive. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. One, spark plug gap widening over time. A spark plug gap doesn't stay the same forever. Every ignition event causes microscopic metal wear. At first, no one notices because the engine still starts and runs. But after tens of thousands of miles, the gap opens up enough to weaken the spark without triggering any warning lights. The most noticeable effect is a loss of low-end power. Throttle response feels delayed by half a beat, especially when the engine is cold or the car is carrying an extra load. The ECU compensates by increasing spark duration, and the ignition coils have to push higher voltage to jump the larger gap. The car still runs, but everything is working harder than it should. What makes this dangerous is how quietly it happens. Drivers slowly get used to the sluggish feel and blame age or fuel quality. Meanwhile, the ignition coils are under constant extra load, running hotter and wearing out faster. By the time coils start to weaken and symptoms like vibration or hesitation appear, repair costs are far higher than simply replacing the spark plugs on time. 2. A lazy oxygen sensor causing air-fuel mixture drift. The oxygen sensor works both while driving and at idle, but when it starts to get lazy, it's very hard to notice right away. The engine still starts normally, and no warning lights come on, so the driver just feels that something isn't quite right anymore. Deeper throttle input is needed, fuel consumption goes up, and the engine feels heavier on long drives. When O2 sensor feedback slows down, the ECU can no longer closely track real combustion conditions. Fuel injection adjustments are made using delayed data, causing the mixture to swing rich or lean at the wrong times. The result is a dull throttle response and difficulty maintaining steady speed, especially at low RPM. Many people blame fuel quality or road conditions when the real issue is a sensor that has lost sensitivity. Over time, this imbalance reduces combustion efficiency. A rich mixture builds carbon deposits faster in the combustion chamber and exhaust, while a lean mixture raises temperatures under load. The car doesn't stall or fail outright, but downstream components operate under non-optimal conditions, slowly shortening their lifespan. 3. Fuel injectors losing proper spray pattern. Fuel injectors don't have to be completely clogged for problems to start. Once the spray pattern is no longer fine and evenly atomized, the engine's behavior changes. Instead of a fine mist, fuel comes out in heavier streams or droplets. The engine still runs, but throttle response feels dull, and acceleration becomes sluggish, especially during light throttle or steady cruising. The frustrating part is how gradually this happens. Each day the car gets just a little worse, enough for the driver to adapt and ignore it. Meanwhile, incomplete combustion creates more carbon buildup in the combustion chamber, raising engine temperatures under load. Fuel consumption increases subtly, not drastically, just enough to notice that each fill-up doesn't go as far as it used to. The chain reaction continues with unstable combustion. Sometimes the engine lightly shakes at idle. Other times there's brief hesitation at low RPM. The ECU constantly tries to compensate, but when the input data is already flawed, corrections are only temporary. The car still drives, but it's no longer smooth or efficient. 4. Low-quality air filter traps. Some cars actually run worse after an air filter replacement, even though the owner believes they've just done basic maintenance. The issue usually isn't whether the filter was replaced or not. It's the quality of the air filter itself. From the outside, many filters look the same and fit perfectly, but their internal construction can be very different. Low-quality air filters often restrict airflow more than necessary. When incoming air is choked off, the engine has to work harder to pull in enough air. The car doesn't feel outright weak, but initial throttle response becomes dull, and acceleration feels less smooth, especially when carrying a load or running multiple electrical accessories. Drivers often mistake this for an aging car or an engine that's just getting tired. It doesn't stop there. These filters also tend to filter unevenly. Fine dust still gets through and gradually builds up on the throttle body and airflow sensors, accelerating wear in the intake system. Cheap air filters don't actually save money. They just shift the cost elsewhere. 5. Voltage drop from corroded battery terminals. Most people only look at battery terminals when the car won't start, but in daily use, even light corrosion can cause the car to operate incorrectly in ways that are hard to pinpoint. When white residue or green corrosion forms on the terminals, voltage delivery becomes insufficient and unstable. In modern vehicles, electricity doesn't just start the engine. It powers the ECU, transmission control, electronic throttle, and numerous sensors. Even a small voltage drop can cause rough, idle, delayed throttle response, and harsh or inconsistent shifting, especially when multiple loads like AC, lights, or defrosters are on. 6. Collapsed engine mounts. Engine mounts usually only get attention when vibration becomes obvious, but in reality they start causing problems much earlier. As the rubber inside the mount collapses or hardens, its ability to absorb vibration drops significantly. The engine still runs normally, but vibration is no longer isolated. It gets transmitted directly into the chassis. Common signs include increased vibration at stoplights, a noticeable jolt when shifting into drive or reverse, and a slight lurch when releasing the brake. At low speeds, the car feels uncomfortable, while at higher speeds, the vibration fades, leading many drivers to wrongly suspect transmission or idle issues. In reality, the engine is simply moving more than it was designed to, because the mounts can no longer hold it securely. 7. Worn belt tensioner. Belt tensioners usually don't get attention until a belt starts squealing, but long before any noise appears, things are already going wrong. As the internal spring weakens, belt tension becomes inconsistent, and the belt begins to slip slightly with each rotation. Drivers rarely notice because the car still runs, and the engine sounds normal at low RPM. Common early signs include brief rattling or scraping noises during cold starts, or when turning on additional loads like the AC or rear defroster. When the belt isn't held at proper tension, pulleys don't spin smoothly. The alternator, water pump, and power steering pump end up working in a jerky, inefficient state, causing heat to build faster than normal. Like the video if this surprised you. 8. Dirty contaminated power steering fluid. Power steering fluid is often treated as something you don't touch as long as the car still drives. The steering wheel turns, and the car moves, so most people never think about changing the fluid. But once the fluid darkens, thickens, and starts forming deposits, the steering system is already operating under conditions that are no longer safe or healthy. Common signs include steering that feels heavier or lighter inconsistently, especially during slow turns or U-turns. Sometimes there's a faint whining noise. Other times the steering feels momentarily notchy or hesitant. These symptoms don't hit all at once, so drivers gradually get used to them and ignore them, while the power steering pump is being forced to pull dirty fluid through every rotation. 9. Lifetime transmission fluid. Lifetime transmission fluid sounds reassuring, which is why many people never change their transmission fluid for years. The car still drives, and gears still shift, so it feels like there's nothing to worry about. But the word lifetime doesn't mean what most drivers think it does. Transmission fluid is exposed to high heat and constant friction. Over time, it darkens, loses its lubricating properties, and carries fine metal particles from clutch wear. The transmission still works, but shifts become slower, slightly delayed, or jerky when cold. These changes happen gradually and are easy to dismiss as just the car's personality. 10. Coolant electrolysis causing engine corrosion. Coolant doesn't just regulate temperature. When its corrosion inhibitors break down, electrolysis can begin. At that point, the coolant becomes a weak electrical conductor, allowing small electrical currents to flow between different metals inside the engine. This process is silent, but the corrosion is constant. Early signs are subtle: discoloration inside the radiator, white residue around coolant necks, or a faint metallic smell when opening the cap. The car still runs, and the temperature gauge stays normal. So many people ignore it. Inside, however, the radiator core, aluminum passages, and water pump are slowly being eaten away. Once corrosion reaches a critical point, leaks appear in hard-to-see areas, and repairs are no longer simple. Electrolysis accelerates quickly when the wrong type of coolant is used, when different coolant standards are mixed, or when plain water is repeatedly added. Each incorrect top-off dilutes the protective additive package. The system may still cool the engine, but its ability to protect metal surfaces is already gone. 11. A clogged PCV valve increasing crankcase pressure. The PCV valve is a very small component, so it's usually only remembered after oil leaks appear. During normal operation, blow-by gases slowly build up, carrying oil vapor and contaminants. When the PCV valve sticks or becomes clogged, crankcase pressure can no longer vent properly, and pressure starts forcing its way out wherever it can. Common signs include increased oil consumption and oil seepage around the valve cover, crankshaft seals, or breather hoses. Some cars develop light smoke under acceleration or a faint burnt oil smell in the engine bay. The car still runs and shows no warning lights, so many people simply replace leaking seals without addressing the root cause. As crankcase pressure rises, oil doesn't just leak outward, it also gets pushed back into the intake system. The throttle body gets dirty faster, carbon builds up sooner in the combustion chamber, and the problem is especially severe on GDI engines. The ECU constantly compensates for oil-contaminated air-fuel mixtures, gradually dulling throttle response. A clogged PCV valve won't leave you stranded immediately, but it puts stress on every sealed part of the engine. 12. Dirty MAF sensor causing incorrect airflow readings. A dirty MAF sensor is the kind of issue where the car still runs, but not the way it should. The engine starts normally, and there are no warning lights, so very few people suspect anything. But once oil film and fine dust coat the sensor element, airflow is no longer measured accurately, and everything begins to fall out of sync. Common symptoms include dull initial throttle response, slow reaction to light throttle input, and slight RPM fluctuation when holding a steady speed. On the highway, fuel consumption increases. In city driving, the engine feels heavier and less willing. Because there's no obvious fault code, many people switch fuel brands, replace spark plugs, or even suspect the transmission, while overlooking the airflow sensor sitting right in the intake path. The problem is that the ECU relies heavily on MAF data to calculate fuel delivery. When the input data is already wrong, all downstream adjustments are just compensation. The mixture swings rich and lean, combustion becomes inconsistent, carbon builds up faster, and both the throttle body and fuel injectors wear out sooner. 13. Clogged external fuel filter. A clogged external fuel filter is a quiet failure, which makes it easy to ignore. The engine still starts and runs, but the harder you push it, the more it feels underpowered, especially during acceleration or uphill driving. Many people blame poor fuel quality, when the real issue is that fuel isn't reaching the engine in the right amount or at the right time. As the filter loads up with debris, fuel flow is restricted. Under light load, the engine can still cope, but the moment you press deeper on the throttle, pressure drops, the mixture goes lean, response slows, and a brief hesitation appears. This is most noticeable when passing, merging onto highways, or carrying heavy loads. There's usually no immediate warning light, just the sense that the car feels weaker than before. What's more concerning is that the fuel pump has to work harder to pull fuel through a clogged filter. Heat builds up, durability drops, and wear accelerates. On some vehicles, the external filter is easy and inexpensive to replace, but delaying it can lead to much larger repairs. The fuel filter is the final barrier before the injectors. A clogged filter won't strand you right away, but it gradually slows every response and drives up long-term costs. 14. Carbon buildup on the throttle body. The throttle body is especially prone to carbon buildup, particularly on cars driven mostly in stop-and-go city traffic. Carbon accumulates around the throttle plate edges, changing the effective opening. Even a thin layer is enough to alter how the car drives. The engine still starts and runs, so very few people suspect the throttle body when drivability degrades. Typical symptoms include unstable idle, RPM rising and falling, and more noticeable vibration when the AC is on. Letting off the throttle and pressing it again introduces a short delay, especially during U-turns or low-speed crawling. Many drivers mistake this for a transmission or sensor issue, when in reality the throttle plate simply isn't opening and closing at its designed position. Carbon causes the throttle plate to stick slightly. The ECU constantly compensates to maintain idle speed, leading to inconsistent throttle response and increased fuel consumption. On drive-by-wire vehicles, a dirty throttle body can also interfere with throttle position learning, causing the gas pedal to feel overly sensitive one moment and sluggish the next. Extremely frustrating in daily use. 15. Carbon buildup on intake valves in GDI engines. Direct injection, GDI. Engines don't wash the intake valves with fuel, so carbon buildup is inevitable over time. At first, no one notices. The car still runs, and no warning lights appear. But as deposits thicken on the back of the intake valves, airflow is restricted and engine behavior gradually changes. Common signs include slow initial throttle response, sluggish light acceleration, slight idle vibration, and harder cold starts. On long drives, fuel economy drops. Many people blame spark plugs, fuel quality, or the transmission when the real issue is uneven airflow into the combustion chamber. Carbon-coated valves disrupt airflow, skew intake dynamics, and lead to inefficient combustion. What makes this especially frustrating is how quietly carbon builds up. The car doesn't fail outright, so the problem gets dragged out. The longer it's ignored, the harder the deposits become, at which point simple fixes are no longer effective. Most cars don't fail suddenly. They degrade slowly because small details are overlooked. When driving, if you feel changes, fuel consumption rises, or response becomes sluggish, it's usually a sign that a system is operating outside its intended range, not simply because the car is old. Identifying the real issue and addressing it early helps avoid major repairs later. In car care, consistent attention is what keeps a vehicle reliable and cost-effective over the long run. Which tip from the video surprised you the most?